how to set boundaries at the workplace and how to basically have a strict kind of rules around your behavior and communication with others, especially if you are in a managerial or leadership position. First and foremost, you need to be very clear with your employees, expectation-wise and also clarity-wise. What you expect from them and what you do not expect from them, right? These are the two very important points. Most of the time, managers just focuses only on what to expect from employees, but they barely speak about what they do not expect from the employees, right? And sometimes psychology-wise, it's better to emphasize and pinpoint like the things that people actually shouldn't be doing it, right? Instead of just things that are expected from them, right? One piece of advice that I would like to share with you, and I want you to keep really in mind, is that setting boundaries is all about setting certain expectations, sticking to those expectations, and any point that employee comes to you with certain request, which is out of that expectation that you set in the beginning and that you got their agreement on, you should be leaving them to do it on their own. Why? It seems like on the surface that you are not backing them up and supporting them, right? And this is the biggest trap where managers actually fall, because they believe, okay, if I do not help my employee right now, he is in actually an emergency state, what's going to happen with him or her? They're going to actually make a huge mistake, and then it's going to be my blame, it's going to be my responsibility. It's better to fight that fire immediately than letting them to do it on their own, right? And this is where this kind of micromanagement and things start slowly but surely actually overlapping with all these situations. That's why a lot of managers micromanage without even noticing subconsciously, right? So it's extremely important that you as a manager let your employee deal with the difficult situations on themselves. Because I will give you an example. You can actually set expectations, say, all right, this project will be doing this way. You will be in charge of this part of the project. You will actually do the reports on it. You will actually run the project itself. You'll do it through this system, that system, right? Is that clear? Is that okay? Do you need any help? Do you need any support? Let me know. People say, all clear, all good, we know how to do it, right? Then you ask them, all right, in case if this happened, that happened, is it this clear what we should do and what way we should actually go? Yes, it's clear. You set expectation, it's very clear. Everybody said it's clear. Then it comes to the point where there is a difficulty or obstacle on the way, and the employee comes to you and say, oh, there is this situation and, we need your really help. And then if you cross that boundary, if you say, oh, okay, let me help you, right? Then they're gonna get used to it, and every single obstacle on the way, they're gonna come to you, because it's easier to go to the manager and tell so manager can fix, than instead of person to take ownership and actually fix it, this kind of things. So this is the moment when you need to be firm, when you need to be polite, and when you need to say, all right, what we have discussed earlier, you told me that basically you know how to deal with this situation. Is that correct? Yes or no? If no, okay, I will explain further, because it's always okay to explain further if the person says no. But in most instances, when I ask this question, my employee always say, yes, we speak about it. We actually spoke about it. I know what you're talking about. And then I say, all right, so can you then deal with it? Can you do that? And they are always say, oh, yes. But they are actually trying to see if you are going to just jump into it and do it for themselves. So you need to be very careful in those situations. You need to, again, one more check with them. Do they really know what they need to do? Because sometimes really happens they don't know what to do. They just told you they agree because for the sake of accepting agreement, right? But and then actually they really don't know what to do. And that's why I always double check with the question, all right, do you know what you need to do in this situation? Okay, don't actually go back to the story. Yes, we spoke about this. How you don't know? Don't blame people. All right, just double check if they say, okay, yeah, we spoke. Then you said, okay, I believe in you. I know you can do it. So why you need me then, right? And then people feel actually empowered. People are like, oh, well, you got a point, right? So this is where you need to be very strategic in those kind of communications, and kind of trying to set these boundaries. All right, so until this, you can handle it. You don't need me, right? I need to draw this line, right? Of course, if the employee says, oh my gosh, I forgot, I don't know what to do, then you explain to them and you again let them do it, right? Don't do it yourself, because that way you don't teach them anything. You don't, that in that sense, you're not a leader, you are a manager. So you need to keep this in mind. All right. I hope this video helps you. And if you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. And until next time, stay ambitious.